Hello, in this video is addressed to my twin flame, Shia. Hi, Shia. For those watching, I thank you for watching. This is going to be a lot of crime against me and my twin flame. Shia, in this video, it's going to be kind of quick. I have a problem with my face now that I found out about the fetal alcohol syndrome. And I never thought I looked retarded, but now that I have the fetal alcohol syndrome, that brain injury from the asphyxiation, now the stroke, I'm starting to actually get afraid that I have some form of retardation. I've been told that you don't think I do, Shia. I don't smell like that smell that mentally retarded people have. I don't feel retarded. However, I kind of look like, I told you, these past few months, since I learned about my brain injury, I've felt kind of like my face looks like kind of retarded. So we're gonna have to fix that. So I got brutally attacked and tortured last night until 4 in the morning. I woke up at around 10:30. However, I was told to come on. A telepathic supporter told me that you need to see the person that raped me and that me and you are going to be bringing to prison. So, I don't really want to go into too much detail about this criminal. However, it was all rigged. It was all set up. There was a contract involved, and I don't think I hung around more than a couple dozen times, but there's other things that made it really, really a lot of torture and a lot of pain and a lot of evil that I can't really explain to you because it will make me look bad. So, but I want to let you know that before this criminal in high school that raped me, I don't believe it cannot be more than no more than under 20 times, possibly less than 15 times. I can only recall like seven times I was raped by him on the top of my head. But you're gonna get triggered when you see his photo. Well, I got triggered, and I actually didn't even look him up and screenshot it. Someone did it through me because they're saying that you're getting angry and you need to know. So I'm not attracted to him, Shia. He's not even an inch taller than me. He's got I don't have to talk about his appearance. He never fucking talked to me. That's the point. And he told other people what he was doing to me, and there was a whole setup that was going on. I never had a boyfriend in middle school. I was like deathly afraid of men. So the fact that I was like dating this criminal, it wasn't necessarily dating really, because I was not really allowed to be seen in public with him, and I don't know his middle name. I don't know his favorite color. I don't know anything about this criminal. And he never had a conversation with me. He said barely a few sentences, and I'm not really exaggerating. It was part of the torture program. And I don't really know who this person is, but I know he was involved in trying to get my leg amputated. And he also I can't explain everything to you because it's not really like appropriate to talk on the internet about this. So I'm going to show you his Facebook profile, and how do I know it was raped? It was only a few minutes, and it was extremely painful, and I was in pain the next day, and I had to, like, I was forced to think that one day I was gonna hang out with him and he was like gonna talk to me. So I don't even know who he is, really. I don't know who he is. And I know that he doesn't have like a problem talking because he didn't have any problems in school when I saw him like talking to all his friends. And he is a nerd. He was never like a cool. And there was some kind of Freemasonry going on. He probably was getting Freemasonry levels because I saw him one time in high school dressed up as a woman for like Halloween, but it wasn't. And then there was a subliminal. When I walked by him in school, oh, you're not even a fucking woman. You couldn't even look this much like a woman. That's what I was said to me after I walked by. So I'm going to show you, and I hate his name. I have been like tortured by this. There's like artificial intelligence around the name. So I've had an extreme amount of humiliation anytime I see his first and last name. So I really actually don't really want to show you, but I know that you're obviously curious. There's nothing on this criminal on the internet. And you're not going to find anything with like a Google search. And there's literally only one photo of him. Where's my... Oh. I'm not even going to say his name because I hate it so much. I hate his fucking name so much. And it was pure humiliation. It wasn't a relationship. You can't say it because I never ate a meal. I never ate a meal with this person. I was silenced. This criminal knew I was silenced. So like, I can't really explain everything to you. However, I know that he's a rapist. He raped me, and there's only one other time I got like actually raped, and I was sleeping when it happened, and I pushed him off me, and it only was like 15 seconds I got him off me. It could have been some kind of date rape drug or something. It wasn't a date though, and I can't explain that to you right now. But this there was a whole program, like he was made to feel like a celebrity, and I was just like, I can't explain it to you. I think there was something going on though with like this idolizing, because he knew probably that you were my twin flame. I'm not going to show you the photo. I'm just going to show you like, I'm going to show you this. This was in his front page of his Facebook. I'll just show you, this is a default photo, and then when I scroll to the right, that's his name, and you're going to be able to Google on Facebook and see what he looks like. And I'm telling you, I wasn't attracted to him, and the whole game was, someday, like if I like, it was controlled. Someday he'll end up talking to me, and like that will be like him telling me that he likes me. So I'm going to show you his name. And I'm not saying his name out loud because there's so much spells and witchcraft around his name. But this is... I've been really viciously attacked with his name. If anything, this thing was a brutal humiliation. There was brutal humiliation involved with this criminal, and the reason why I know it was rape is because I was extremely uncomfortable. I was extremely physically uncomfortable. I had panic attacks every time I had met up with him. I never been seen with him in public, never seen with him in school, never, I had known about him because he was on the track team. And why was I on the track team? It was all organized. I'm not a runner. I'm not a track sports competition person. So I think there's a 90% chance that this criminal can go to jail for what he did to me, because it was like an arranged type of thing, and it was arranged, and there was more apart from the rape, and because it was only really a handful of it was like a handful of times. Well, there was something else going on that I was being tortured with by this criminal. So if he goes to prison, he's going to get that he's going to get the return back to sender torture. So I'm not going to go into detail about it. However, I just want you to know that I might not even tell you everything. I probably haven't even told you everything that could like really give you like an idea of what I had gone through. However, the only time that he would acknowledge me or like hang out with me was like in the nighttime, and there was like satanic rituals involved. So like it was some kind of satanic rituals. He is clearly a witch, and I was told he's a robotoid. So some of the AI that was on this criminal, it triggered me because of the CN is like not robotoid. That's a lab grown, but they're constantly trying to tell me that he is the equivalent of the MG, and that's not the truth. It's not the truth. But I never ever pictured myself with him in the future. It was a complete loop program, and I was supposed to kill myself over it. I was supposed to kill myself, and apparently there's proof that he was trying to kill me and torture me. And I mean, there was a lot of walk-ins that was controlling me. Like I remember one time I was getting like a ride home somehow from him. Probably it was set up, and I couldn't talk. I wasn't allowed to speak. And then they go, "Oh, how are you doing?" And I go, "Groovy," and they both start laughing at me. They spoke through me and said groovy. Like, there was a lot of really, like, extreme black magic, witchcraft, artificial intelligence, voodoo, mind control, like extreme. That this wasn't some kind of joke. This was some serious crime. So I've also been told that the telepathic supporters have looked back at what I've gone through, and they said, "You've gone through more humiliation than Shia. You've easily gone through more humiliation than Shia," and I actually believe that's very true. So I think that now that you look him up, I'm gonna feel a lot of relief, Shia, because this has been bothering me, and this has been bothering me for a long time, and the hacker and other criminals have used this against me to try to intimidate me and scare me and make me feel dirty and evil, and like I'm bad, and like I cheated on you and all of these things, and it's not true. It's not true. And I was 15 years old when it started. I never had relationships. When I was in middle school, you know, I had one man, I had one guy try to be my boyfriend, and I sat at the lunch table and refused to talk to him because I was so nervous and uncomfortable and didn't want to eat in front of him. So he walked out from the cafeteria in the courtyard, and I was standing all alone because I had a problem with people liking me, and said, "Dumped! You're dumped!" in front of with all of his friends. And that was pretty traumatizing, actually. But I really was never I had a problem with social life and friends. I had to really try. I remember in middle school at sitting at the cafeteria, and like there's these two tables, and like I always had to sit at the second table, like, and this table was full, and like they wouldn't like include me. So mean. I've been really humiliated. I've been really humiliated. It's not one thing that I have like all of these, apparently these diseases and disorders, but having to go out in public and be constantly like treated like I'm evil and like I'm the bad one, and like nobody likes me. Honestly, it was hard for people because I'm an extremely friendly and nice person. It was hard for people. So that wasn't my sound. So that's all I'm going to share you for now, and then I'm going to make a video later. I might make a video tonight, I might not. I actually just want to go to the ocean and get some relief from being tortured. However, I can't just keep running to the ocean, because the problem is I get hungry, and then for some reason, they always have to make me go to the bathroom, and it's really uncomfortable to sit down, and then 20 minutes later I have to get up and go to the bathroom, and I don't really think that's a good enough excuse. I probably do have to go to the library too and write my grocery list. But I don't want to keep talking about this situation, because the reason why I don't talk about it is because it's very traumatizing, and there's so many spells and witchcraft that's still like connected to it. That I'm still getting like very triggered. So I'm just trying to do different things to try to break all these spells. However, Shai, they started tying down these demons in our body for 38 and a half years. For 38 and a half years, Shia. So maybe telepathic supporters will make me come up with things to tell you about that situation that will be... but I don't want to get too much into detail about that, because I'm truly uncomfortable talking about it. I'm truly uncomfortable talking about that situation, and it really has put something over me, like locked me down. That was supposed to be Alyssa kills herself, when I was a little teenager, and I was crippled the entire 4 years. I got crippled from running because I was so malnourished, and I had broken bones, and then they made me run on injured legs, and then I was going to lose my leg. I could have lost my leg. So there was a whole thing with my leg, and that's when I started in junior and senior year. I started to smoke marijuana and alcohol just because I was in so much physical torture and pain. But none of those people on the track team liked me. They didn't like me. It was a constant fight of just try to act like you want to talk to me for a few minutes, and everybody take your turn, talking to me for a few minutes. It was like a chore for people to be friendly to me. It was a really bad time, and I don't want to say that I was a complete loser, because I really wasn't. I think people really genuinely did like me. And I didn't necessarily belong to any group or circle. However, people never really had a real problem talking to me. But Central, that was a very bad high school. That was a very bad high school. Well, the problem with this criminal is there was a lot of people involved. There was a lot of help that this criminal got. So I think he was being treated like he was very important in Freemasonry. So, and he's not. And I still, to this day, really don't know what his personality is and what he's about. So, and I never want to find out. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I really didn't want to show you his photo because I don't want you to come up with all of these things about obviously you would question things, but that's all I have to say about this. I don't want to talk about other things while I talk about this, and you don't know everything, so hopefully I was told that you might get some help in figuring out some of the details yourself after I showed you the photograph. And this is a crime report video, and what happened to me back then was extremely, extremely evil. Extremely, extremely evil. So, I'll explain to you more, possibly not. But I have gotten confirmation from people on the internet that he has to go to jail. Because that can cause someone permanent damage, what this criminal did to me. And you can't use the excuse of, you called her your girlfriend to who? it wasn't like, it was like really, really, like really very, very, very youthful, like passing a few notes, like too nervous to talk to each other. No, I wasn't too nervous to talk to each other. There was a lot of spells and witchcraft involved. A lot of spells and witchcraft. And there was this whole thing with like, there was this whole music genre that was like, I can't even say this on the internet, it sounds too weird. It sounds really weird. I'm trying to see if there's something that I'm missing that I should tell you about it. But it was handler activity, because I never was, none of his friends ever liked me or ever talked to me. Only maybe briefly for like 30 seconds in school once in a while if I saw them and they didn't want to talk to me. This was handler activity. This was actually, this was murder. This was attempt of murder. And you can actually, the way that I was tortured, how it was happening, I don't know if it all can be proved in the court of law. However, it's very, very obvious. And he didn't like me. He didn't like me because he refused to talk to me. So it was really like, I was kind of like, I had that feeling of having to beg, like try to beg him to talk to me. So like maybe one day, like we would actually, like, I would actually know what he's like, and then I would actually know that we were supposed to like be together. Like it was a whole program thing. Like it was like I never got to know him. Like I never really got to know him, so I could never tell if I was supposed to like be with him in the future or like if we were supposed to be together. Like it never got to that point. So it was like there was a lot of torture involved with it. It was really I'm very uncomfortable with it. I'm very, very sad over it. It was pure humiliation, and I think a lot of it is blocked, like from my memory in regards to how it's going to be spoken about in the like courtroom. I think some of the information is blocked from me, so I won't be able to figure out completely. However, there was something set up with other people that he teamed up with in order to attempt to get me to kill myself. And there were like people involved in the background that were contributing to this beyond humiliating torture program. So is there anything that I need to tell Shia about this situation so that he's, because I didn't want to make you uncomfortable, Shia, and I didn't want you to like come up with these ideas about things, because they do attack me a lot with this situation, not situation, but this extremely bad time. It was pure torture, and I couldn't believe it was happening to me. You're being responsible, Shia, and I know you're being responsible, Shia. And I believe I've been told, and I've been also, the criminal MG suggested that she is like that criminal in high school that raped me. She's the equivalent. She's She's him. She's old love because she wore a designer dress with his first name. The designer's first name was his name, and she was trying to tell me, yeah, that's who I am, to Shia. So there's been a huge program that I haven't really. There's been a huge, an AI program that I had to believe that, forced to believe that. And honestly, if she was that person, it's not gonna bother me. It would actually, if I tried to turn it into, what if you were me and that a girl did that to you? I'd feel extremely bad for you. I'd feel extremely murderously angry towards the situation, and it's a pure pathetic, humiliating thing that happened to me. You would be like, wow, Alyssa looked so fucking pathetic that happened to her. That is so fucking pure humiliation. But there must have been some kind of and they're trying to I know you're very disappointed, Shia, that you have to be safe in the situation, and it kind of creates the idea sometimes that with the mind control that you don't want to be with me, and you're one of them, because they've said it before. Shia's on our side. He doesn't want to be with you. I know that's 100% false, Shia. I know it's 100% false. But if I don't make a video tonight, I didn't go to sleep last night, and my eyes, I think they can use AI to make my eyes look worse than they are. Because if you look on my Facebook default photos in the past, they don't look this bad. I think they can use AI to because I've looked at myself in the mirror, and they turn them really up high and make me look literally like the eyes of a mentally retarded person. Oh, did I show? And I'm gonna take this off of. Actually, I sent it to my email. I'm gonna show it on this because I didn't show it. But I've had, there was some very serious secrets involved with my death, and I knew it wasn't a joke being played on me. It was an extreme crime that's been played again on me and against me. And I've heard that people watching this situation, what's happened to me, people are feeling murderously angry, feeling my pain, and feeling they want to hurt people for me. And I'm not surprised at all. I would not be surprised at all if there are people that know about what happened to me and that want to hurt people, if they were in my shoes and had my life and what I went through. Because I'm telling you, Shai, you don't know everything, and I've told you a lot, but you really don't know everything. So that's all I have to say, and I love you, Shia. Is there anything else I have to tell Shia? I know that the demons try to get angry at you, you don't want to be with me, and it's don't. Shia's a little baby. He's all locked away. Shia's Lissy's little baby, and Lissy is Shia's little baby. So I'm going to feel better, Shai. I'm going to feel a lot of relief telling you this. And if this criminal goes to jail, he belongs in jail. There's been quite a long delay, but he belongs in jail. He belongs in jail. It's not going to be lifetime in jail, but He belongs in jail. There's something very eerie. There's something very, very eerie, and it's not like weirdo. It's like goes way beyond weirdo. I think his parents were in on it too. Well, especially his mother. His dad didn't. One time when I his dad saw him. His dad once. His dad didn't even say hi to me or talk to me once. Like, it was very clear, his dad did not like me. And his mother's a weirdo. She was definitely in on it. And there was something with I can't go into detail about it, but there was family members involved too. And it was some kind of Freemasonry. And there was definitely a contract, and it was definitely orchestrated. It was orchestrated. High school was pure hell for me. Pure hell. I had gas torture 5 to 10 hours a day, every single day of my life in high school, and I am not exaggerating. We can talk to psychics and they can back up that statement. I had gas torture in high school. I couldn't even fucking think. I was in so much fucking pain. I could have died from pain. And I apologize for that. I keep talking about myself, Shia. I'm gonna work on writing my pages about you, and I'm gonna take a night off because I don't feel good, and I might go to the library. Oh, I gotta charge the computer. I gotta go to the library and work on my grocery list because I can't go on to the grocery lists. I might not go to the library and work on my grocery list because I have a notebook of like several pages of things that I can pick from, but I have to work on that today no matter what, because it's very important that I get the correct foods that I need to buy with the amount of money that I have, so that I can eat well the whole rest of the month, and not, because the last couple months I've been eating very bad the last couple weeks or week of the month. So I'm going to work on that. And Shai, I know that you need to rest. You need to rest, Shia. So I love you, Shia. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Just rest tonight, Shia. Try to rest. I love you, Shia. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much, Shia, for watching.